Hailey, what's going on today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, can't complain. I'm ready to talk to you about this show. Let's
Yes.
get into it. So, coming into season two, what's the biggest change for your character Jukebox from viewers and those from season one to season two?
She goes from letting a lot of life happen to her to actively making decisions that will impact what she gets out of
In- Interesting. I don't think they're ready for that. I don't know if
it.
they're ready for that kind of jukebox this season.
Even think I was ready for it. Sasha did a great job.
Yes. Now, season one ended with Jukebox getting into a huge fight with her father Marvin, brilliantly played by Linda Brown. I know we're in season two, but I just wanted to touch on how I was curious, how tough it was to film that scene, because it was a really emotional scene between you two.
Yeah, we did a great job setting up for that. We had some really serious conversations with Sasha before we even got to that point. He said, "Look, I'm not because it's power, I'm not going to say what's happening, but something really major is going to happen between the two of you." And so what
Gotcha.
we did in the episodes leading up to that, we did not speak to each other on set. We would hardly even look at each other. We would hardly even acknowledge each other on purpose, just so that we really got that separation between the two of them. So then by the time it was time to really hash it out, we were ready. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's an interesting way of working things out and getting ready for the scene. I didn't really think about going into that. It's the process that you went into going into that scene. That's really interesting. Now with all power shows, music is important, especially with the theme songs. But I feel for this show, particularly this season, music plays a huge role. And we know that you can sing. You sing very well, by the way.
Thank you.
Is that fair to say that music is more integral this season in this season's storyline than it was in the prior storyline?
I think that anything that has everything that has anything to do with the 90s, especially the
Hmm.
early 90s, music is the most integral part of it. And
Gotcha.
so I would say for this storyline, it's so important that we see music, how it affects the culture at the time, how it affected the culture at the time, how it affects these characters. If you notice, every episode, a character is listening to something. Songs that we know and we love them now. Those are hits. Yeah, you got to go back and watch that. Like sometimes Malcolm will be listening to something. Jukebox is always listening to something. Kanan is always listening to something. So yeah, it's super important.
I kind of missed that. He said, "I'm shame on me for not really noticing that. I'm so mad at myself for missing that."
Well, you want to know something? I just picked that up. I was watching everything again for the first time in a while, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Hmm. And to wrap this up, what can viewers expect from season two that they didn't get in season one?
In season one, Jukebox chooses to be sad. She
Mm,
chooses to let life be hard, and I think in season two, she's ready to fight that a little bit more head on, for sure.
gotcha. Gotcha. Well, that's my time with you today. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Jukebox is a great character. You're doing a great job. You understand the assignment every time, man. You never fit. You
Thank,
never miss.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Pleasure talking to you today.
You too.